In this edition of City News, we'll show you who is saying goodbye to the city of Hawthorne. Also, find out how law enforcement is helping local parolees change their lives. And we'll show you what children and rubber bands have in common. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Abby Gremion. Sergeant Chris Cognac has patrolled the streets of Hawthorne for over 26 years. He has finally decided to hang up his uniform and walk into the sunset. HCTV reporter Francisco Castillo shows us Cognac's last moments as a police officer.
Well, this is my last day.
Sergeant Chris Cognac began his career as a cop in his mid-20s at the city of Hawthorne.
I've been a cop here for 26 years, since I was 24 years old, and I'm 50 now. I've seen a lot of changes in the city.
After so many years and witnessing all those changes,
I'm getting so old I can barely read these numbers.
Cognac put on his uniform one last time as he gets ready to retire from the Hawthorne Police Department.
It's kind of strange. You know, I mean, this has been over half my life I've been here.
Hello and welcome to the 29th Annual Hawthorne Parks and Recreation Foundation Golf Tournament. I'm Jennifer Murillo.
And I'm Wealthy Jenner. We're here at the Industry Hills Golf Club in the City of Industry, just 34 miles out of Hawthorne.
We have 20 teams here to have a great time on the green, but first I'm going to be heading over to the putting contest as players are getting started.
And I'm going to go find out more about this golf course.
See you later.
See ya.
Over 30 players tried their luck in the putting contest before the start of the tournament.
Watch your speed, right there.
It's a one-shot deal, and you win a $50 gift certificate, and it's real tricky. Breaks to the left. You keep telling everyone where it's supposed to go, but they can't make it there.
I didn't stroke it well. I didn't hit it solid, so I ended up short. But had the line pretty good.
Just a little too hard for the line, that's all.
Frijoles has been dishing out traditional Mexican food since June 2008 with recipes from the state of Jalisco.
Probably the best Mexican restaurant in the area.
Our food brings to the table is that it's fresh every day. From like the vegetables to the meat, we make sure everything is well cooked.
Owner and local resident Humberto Torres has enjoyed being in the kitchen since a young age. He owned a restaurant for several years before deciding to make a career change. He quickly realized cooking was his passion and soon after opened Frijoles.
For me, cooking has always been like my hobby. Ever since I was a young boy, I loved being in the kitchen with my grandma, looking at recipes, watching as she would cook, and that's how I started to learn what she would make.
Frijoles, which means beans in Spanish, now serves many of Humberto's grandmother's recipes, from burritos
After a successful 2017 season, the Lawndale Cardinals are back, and they're hungrier than ever for a CIF championship.
We'll do some one-on-ones, and you can do more technique stuff in pass rush, you know. Hold it. So Rashad, you ain't paying attention. Good, strong left. So what are you gonna be doing right now in strong left?
The Lawndale High School football program is entering their 14th season on a high note as they prepare to defend their Ocean League title, but not before a tough preseason schedule where they will face schools such as Crenshaw and Narbonne, to name a few.
I wanted to make sure that even as a coach, I stayed sharp. I didn't want to take any time off. I wanted to stay playoff mind, playoff ready, and playoff prepared. And I want kids to be playoff prepared early on.
Lawndale returns many starters such as star running back Jordan Wilmore, who looks forward to repeating a 2,000-plus yard season in his final year in a Cardinal uniform.
We believe that he's the best running back in the state of California.
A teacher turned corporate executive, Jan Vogel, has helped thousands of locals obtain employment. Known for his far-reaching community initiatives, his name has become synonymous with leadership and earned him the honor of Hawthorne Citizen of the Year.
It's a very nice honor to be named Citizen of the Year. Certainly wasn't expected, and I guess it's the first time that a Citizen of the Year award was given to somebody who doesn't live in Hawthorne, just works in Hawthorne, so that makes it even more special.
I was on the voting committee, and I said, just because my boss doesn't live in the city doesn't mean he doesn't qualify, because he has done so much for the city.
For over 35 years, Jan has served as the executive director and CEO of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, which encompasses 11 cities in the Los Angeles South Bay region in California.
That's our ongoing mission and task, is to get as many people.
Bienvenidos a Spotlight Education Edition. Vamos a aprender un poco de español. Let's learn a little Spanish with Ramon Elementary. This dual language immersion class has been in the Hawthorne School District for over 20 years.
My name is Señora Prado and I teach a dual immersion class, first grade. ¿Listos? Comiencen. El arco de San Luis. ¿Quién me puede dar un dato rapidísimamente sobre la Casa Blanca? ¿Cuántas cosas vas a escribir? 3. ¿Estamos listos? Claro que sí.
This language learning class takes about 75 students every year, and the classes fill up fast.
It's a highly sought out program. We have many Ramona families returning. We also have families from other schools in the Hawthorne School District and some who are out of district. We have families who drive, 30 minutes because they feel this program is so important.
Hello and welcome to Council Recap, where we take the content of council meetings and give you the breakdown. I'm Daniel Lindley. The meeting began with a presentation by Hawthorne School District Superintendent Dr. Helen Morgan, updating the city on recent accomplishments made throughout the district. The district has been spearheading many educational programs such as Footsteps to Brilliance and Project Lead the Way in an effort to pique students' interest in new career opportunities. Hawthorne Math and Science Academy was also recognized for its achievements in ranking as a top 10 high school in California from the U.S. News World Report. In the resolution portion of the meeting, Resolution 7918 was approved, prohibiting any overnight parking between the hours of 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. on the south side of 116th Street between Grevillea Avenue and 11605 Hawthorne Boulevard, after residents and businesses brought this to the city's attention to address safety concerns. Then, in the public hearing portion of the meeting, Interim City Manager Arnold Shadbeer.
The Recreation Department touches a lot of lives in the community. We service all areas of recreation. We touch all people, all ethnic backgrounds, economical backgrounds, and so I think because of that, we know the community, we are familiar with the community, and if we weren't here, I don't know what the kids would do. I don't know what the seniors would do, and so that's why we're important.
What I think makes our department unique, or our city unique, is the model City of Good Neighbors, that we are willing to give back to the community, we're willing to support the community, and we're willing to make accommodations for all different backgrounds. One of the special things that we have going on for the City of Hawthorne are swim lessons. That's one of our big assets of our department. Every year we give out 100 scholarships for swimming. So if you're a family that's having a hardship paying for a class, we won't turn you down.
Construction is currently underway here in the city of Hawthorne as Marriott brings you 2 new hotels. Marriott's new $86 million modular build is now nearing completion. The construction began with demolition of the old Hawthorne Police Station in early 2017, groundbreaking in March 2017, and by January 2018, modular buildings were being installed.
What's great about this modular concept is they can build the rooms while we're in the planning stage. And then once we start getting the foundation up, the rooms are already done.
It allows us to build something off-site in a very repeatable, predictable fashion. Quality is much higher. It allows us to be very efficient. It allows us to do so much more in the factory that can then just be delivered to site.
The 4.2-acre site is now home to a 354-room, 5-story courtyard and town place suites. The prefabricated model.
Ladies and gentlemen, sisters, brothers, and friends, the gathering will now come to order. Welcome to the great city of Hawthorne annual State of the City message sponsored by the Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce. We're indeed fortunate to have with us today our CEO, president of one of the greatest chambers of commerce with us. We'll give a welcome. Please welcome Patricia McDonald.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate every one of you being here. And without you, each and every one of you, this could not take place. And I also want you to know I have a little secret, that our chamber has the biggest state of the city than any chamber in the South Bay. Mr. Campbell, you're up in front here. Okay, so I just want to quickly let you know what our chamber does. So when we're asking you for those big checks,